Okay, time to head to Michigan. Ride for the day. (1976) Aerobat, 150 horsepower engine in it. Very minimal anything else. Glider tow hooks. Pre-flight is already done. Primary navigation is going to be a Garmin 650 handheld. Other than that, very basic airplane. Okay, we're now getting ready to depart Plainwell, Michigan for a grass strip located up near Port Huron, which is right next to the Canadian border, eastern Michigan. Give you a little view of their static display here. Nice little airport. Nobody around. Plainwell, Michigan. Okay, here we are. And this is Don and
Kathy.
And I'm Kent. I just landed here on their nice huge strip. It was all good. And Don, you built a Fokker triplane. Why'd you do that?
I'm sorry, what?
You built a Fokker triplane?
Yes.
and what possessed you to do that?
This place was a 60-acre farm that got cut in half. So we bought half of it and decided to turn it into a strip.
Uh-huh.
So we've been here like 31 years now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice place. Nice setup.
The barn swallows fly in out of here and they crap and they go back out, so I keep everything closed up. Now I gotta clean everything, but we can push it out.
Okay. So why did you decide to build this airplane? Why did you decide to build it?
Well, I really wanted to get some Fokker triplane time in my logbook, and no one's going to rent you the airplane, so the only way to get one is to build one. So I decided to build this one 10 years prior to the 100-year anniversary.
Oh, wow. So you want to get Fokker triplane time. Are there others around? Are there other triplanes around? Other Fokkers around? That you've...
So we went to, we visited the old Rhinebeck Aerodrome and talked to Cole Palin, they fly triplanes over there.
Okay.
We had a nice talk with him, and then they decided to start collecting some parts.
Amazing. And you built this basically from plans. You built it basically from plans? What kind of engine? What kind of engine do you have on it?
The engine is a Warner Super Scarab 165 horsepower, a 175 for takeoff. It was actually built here in Detroit, Michigan. And then the engine went to Germany, and it was used on a dirigible. Then a friend of mine went to Germany on business and found a wrecked dirigible, and it had two engines on it, a 165 and a 185. So he bought them both, brought them back to Michigan, and then put one of them in a Starduster. And then this one here I bought, and then we passed away, unfortunately. And then we ended up buying everything that was in his hangar. We bought the Starduster and the two engines. And then we finally had, after many years of looking, we finally had a Warner for the triplane. So that was the first hurdle. The second hurdle was to try to find a cowling. So most of the fiberglass cowlings, they kind of come out front here, then they turn with a sharp radius and they go back. It didn't have the right radius on it. So I ended up building an aluminum cowling for it. So that had the right curvature on the nose that would match the Lerone rotary that was in it. That was the second hurdle. And then the third hurdle was trying to figure out how to make the right size wheels.
Really?
And then after I found some plans to make the wheels, I had the three things I didn't have. Then I decided to start building. That took a couple years.
To gather those parts took a couple years.
So the wheels, I machined up the hubs. The spokes came from a company that makes Model A wheels. They rebuild them. And the actual rims are from a real early Harley Davidson.
Oh, no kidding.
And then I sent them all out to California, and those guys assembled them all and sent them back to me. Then I had the right size wheels. So
perfect.
After I got all that figured out, then I decided the rest should be easy, right? So it only took 8 years later, then it was ready to fly.
And how much time did you put on it?
Yeah.
How many hours have you put on it?
I think it's got like 9 hours on it. Each flight's about a half hour, so it's been up in the air maybe a little more than a dozen times.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. But it hasn't flown this year yet, so.
Okay. And when did you finish it? What year did you finish the airplane?
I finished it in 2017.
Wow.
August.
August.
And Manfred flew his in August of 1917, 100 years earlier.
Oh, wow.
So I got it signed off a month before then. I waited for the right day. It happened to be August, and it was 2017, and so it was time to go flying.
Nice. And this is to scale. This is the same
It's
size.
full size.
Okay, and
Yep,
the other guys you know that are flying them, are theirs to scale or are those?
Yeah, they're shrunk down. There's a place that you can buy a kit for a triplane. This kind of built like an ultralight.
Right.
It's got aluminum tubing in it, you know.
Okay.
And it's like 3/4 scale and uses like a Rotec engine in it, something
Okay.
like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is full scale.
And it's all wood, all original style of
Yep,
manufacture.
all the size original, wheels to the right height. Yeah, it's got twin span down machine guns.
Real machine guns or replicas?
Now if I could get them to fire, that'd be.
It is a beautiful piece of equipment. Now, did you fly for a living, or what did you do?
Any different, you mean?
Yeah, or did you fly for a living, or you said you want to get some tri-pace or trifocal time in your logbook. What else do you fly? What else do you do?
Basically, the thing is, it's pretty stock, except for a couple things. It's got brakes on it.
Uh-huh.
The original one did not have brakes. I put a tail wheel on it.
Okay,
The original one had a tail skid.
right, that would make sense.
I do have the skid for it.
Uh-huh,
I built the skid. It's interchangeable with the tail wheel.
uh-huh.
Other than that, the airplane has flown hands off from the very first flight, and I've never made one change to it yet.
Wow.
It's just the way it was the very first flight.
Truly a work of art.
All the levers work on machine guns throughout the scale. How you load them up.
Uh-huh.
It has an original control stick in it with the blip switch to shut the engine off. It's got machine gun levers on the control stick. It's got a rudder bar instead of rudder pedals, just like the original one did.
Okay,
And the only minor difference is that this piece here I made removable, so you could get to the battery and the brakes. And then the turtle deck is removable now, so you can get it and look at the drag and anti-drag wires that go through the fuselage.
okay,
So same shape, same size, but those two pieces are removable.
okay. The machine guns are shooting through the propeller? And what, are they timed?
Yes,
How'd they time them?
they're timed.
How'd they do that?
Yeah, with a gearbox.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The original one had a piece of steel on the back of the propeller that deflected the bullets.
Oh, no kidding.
And then they finally came out with a synchronized machine gun.
That would be kind of scary.
The people shot down their own propellers early on.
Wow,
Yeah. So yeah.
incredible. Very nice.
It's got the aerobatic wing spars. The stiffening webs in the main spars have been beefed up according to the plans. And now the airplane is stretched for 9 Gs instead of 6. So it is aerobatic if you choose to do some aerobatics with it.
Inverted?
I have looped it and I rolled it.
Okay.
Yep.
Will it go inverted and stay, or do you?
No, it will not stay inverted.
It won't
No.
stay inverted?
No.
Just,
You gotta keep positive Gs.
okay,
Yep.
all right. Well, it's beautiful.
So we can push it out in the sun if you like.
That would be great.
It hasn't run yet this year, so I want to start it up today.
Hey, wonderful. That'd be wonderful. That's beautiful. Pictures. start. Priming it.
Clear?
Almost.
Clear?
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen.